What's up, Bry Guy?
Hello, YouTube.
Dude, it's beautiful out.
It's so nice.
This is the greatest thing ever. It's 60-something degrees outside. I'm in a t-shirt. Spring, I would say, it's officially here.
Spring is sprung.
Which means it's probably gonna snow next week because that's how in the Northeast works. But today is a sick ass day. I've been working on the 240 non-stop the past couple days. Yesterday I didn't film. I literally just grinded all day. I was in the garage for like 12 hours, constantly working on the car. And it's almost ready to pull out.
Hell yeah.
That's huge. And like, I mean, I could have pulled it out a couple days ago, but I want to get everything dialed the first time I even drive it. There's no point in trying to drive it around undialed. I want everything done. So we're almost there, but today is a big day for Brian also, because today is the day we officially turn his BMW into a drift car.
Woohoo!
Right?
Yeah. No, once you got a welded diff, you got a drift car, so.
He's in for a big surprise when he puts this welded in. So I think we have this diff and we have his lower control arms / like angle kit. So it's official drift car day right here.
Yeah, we got a rear diff, we got a rear diff bushing. I already threw the max beating rod shocks in the trash and swapped those out for some Bilsteins. I got some rear camber arms. I have some extended front lower control arms.
So we both got a lot of work to do today. I'm gonna be working mainly on the S13 still because I want to get this done and on the road. Oh, it's on the ground, by the way. This is a whole thing in itself. Oh yeah, here we go.
Alright, that should be good.
Okay.
That's moving.
Well guys, it's officially outside. And we still got an ass ton of work to do. It's tight fit, got it. Aim for the FE. So a lot of these parts, of course, we got at FCP Euro. Boom, right there. As you guys know, FCP Euro is our Euro parts plug. It's honestly the best place to get anything you need Euro in terms of maintenance parts for sure. And they do have some performance parts, but came in clutch and we got everything we needed for Brian's car from them to get this thing dialed. So huge shout out to FCP Euro for holding down, getting us all the parts we need to get Brian's car fresh for this season. So first issue of the day, Brian's radiator looks like a banana. That's probably why we keep smelling coolant still after you did your whole system. We'll put that on the list of shit that we still need.
It's annoying.
So I'm just about to finish up the fan wiring and I'm so happy because I mean it's taking forever. It's not hard, it's just you gotta run a lot of wires. So what I'm really pumped about, which is kind of like not the coolest thing ever, but I'm stoked about it, is you could do high and low fan controllers on the ECU. So I can have one fan kick on at a lower temperature, and if it exceeds a certain temp, I can have the second fan kick on. I mean, there's no reason to run both fans and pull more amps than it needs to, so I thought it was pretty cool. So with the Wiring Specialties harness, it gave me a extra bank for like extra pin outs and pin ins, and this way I'm gonna control the fans via the ECU. What do we got going on here?
Just getting the axles down. Getting the diff out.
This ugly mamma jamma right here. There she goes. This looks pretty good. This doesn't look that bad. All right, she ready to come out?
Yeah, I keep hitting my head. Yeah, I mean it'll just fall out right now if you touch it. So
I should I'm gonna put the camera over here. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful angle. Seems very stuck. Okay, coolest way. There we go. Woo! Woo! Shit.
good job.
Oh, it's dirty and heavy. All right, so going back in is gonna be a different story.
No, I'm not even worried about that. That was the easy part. We gotta change this bushing.
Oh, it's this one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this thing's blown the heck out. Like shoved a seat in here. It's from Drew's 32, but oil is changed and we should be good to go. Let's start it up. Hell yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, never mind. Still got some bugs to work out. So we got to bleed the coolant one more time, make sure everything's all set, and then we could do a little putt around the parking lot. And I've never been so excited to limp a car around a parking lot before. Hell yeah. She sounds good. Let's bleed the coolant. All right, so this is actually a pretty cool trick that Brian taught me, and it's when you're pulling coolant into your car, get a paint filter. They're really cheap and they're really easy to get, and it works extremely well at filtering out the water or coolant you're putting into your coolant system, especially if you're reusing stuff or just taking it from the tap. So put that thing right there. It's probably gonna fall. Perfect. First fan just kicked on. I have it kick on at 170, then I have the second fan kicking on at 190. So we'll see how it does. But I'm happy the fan kicked on because it means I did something right.
See if the 190 fan ever comes on at idle. I'd be curious. It probably won't. Time to see what a stage 6 clutch feels like.
Dude, I'm so nervous.
Do it. Put it in gear. Oh, no grinds, nothing. That's a good sign. Oh, you stalled it. What a loser.
Okay, something's not all right, whatever. What? Oh, I think I lost power.
All right, I got the new bushing in there. Got one of the max speeding rod adjusters sitting up there as a spacer. And this is just a ball joint press tool. And just rotate it and press it in. It's like a giant C-clamp, just with a much stronger piece of threaded section. And it's working out great. So, all right, that worked out awesome. This side is supposed to poke out a little bit, and this side is supposed to be flush. And there's only one direction that they go in because this end's got a little bit of a taper. So it's pretty obvious how you got to put it in. The only thing that you got to remember is this hole right here is ovalized. I need the ovalized direction going front to back.
That's weird. Well, it didn't work out for me.
What didn't?
Put my car into gear and it shorted out the extra Powerade.
Don't ever carry a drink like this.
I shorted out my ECCS relay, which is the relay for the engine harness. Something got grounded out of nowhere, which is like really annoying. So I'm checking everything, but it looks I haven't found anything yet. So what a pain in the ass, right? Come on, I'm so excited.
Damn it! Why?
Comes to find out, it isn't the engine harness fuse, which is good. I thought it was, but it's not. It's actually the ignition fuse, which is what the ignition signal goes through and then to the car to start it. So it keeps blowing, which means, well, something screwed up. Luckily, my homie only borrows power probe, so we can keep checking it. So watch this. We put it to the feed on the fuse, right? Power it. Instantly trips. So we got shit to do. But Brian's getting his diff in, so. I mean, what kind of build would it be without some electrical issues, right?
Dude, feel this diff. I've been working this thing. I ruined this diff.
What happened?
This is what happens when you drift on an open diff long enough. Feel that one. This was perfect when I put it back in the car 6 months ago. Feel it.
Oh my god, dude.
That's what happens when you drift an open diff and you end up twisting the pin that goes through the center of the thing.
Dude, that's really hard to turn.
Feel that one. Butter.
Hell, that's gonna feel so good.
Yeah.
Get her in there, boys.
Wow, Jimmy, Bobby's way better than you. He got it in no time at all.
Yeah, I've done this about 40 times.
How do you get the... Can't see.
This is weird. This is not like an E36 at
No,
all.
it is not. It's not the same.
It was never the same. We got some long boys and some small spaces here.
Dude, I'm straight up not having a good time over here.
What do we got?
A bunch of embarrassment. Yeah, we're right. So I figured it out.
What was it? Oh.
My fault, that's what it was. So, no, okay. This was, so I traced literally every wire back, and my ignition was basically overheating and it was breaking the fuse. So it made me think maybe it's my tucked harness because there's a lot of power wires running through, something could have rubbed away, blah, blah, blah. And then it was also tripping the engine, so it was tripping the ignition fuse, and it was tripping the ECU fuse. And so I was going nuts, and I was like, you know, let me just check it where they meet each other, right? That makes a lot of sense, right, Bobby?
Yeah,
okay, this is after I was under the dash for 30 minutes. And I put power to the engine harness, and it tripped. And I was like, well, there's something wrong with the engine harness, and the engine harness is flawless, so it's probably my fault. And comes to find out, it was. So basically, I had to think about what gets, you know, a lot of power in the harness. My first thought was coil packs, and I thought to myself, wow, I just shoved a bunch of coil packs underneath the coil pack cover. And The thing was, I left these wires on because I don't have the correct boots for them yet to do the full correct conversion, and I laid them very nicely underneath, and I didn't think they were touching anything, but comes to find out, the one in the very far back was touching the back of the head, and it melted, and it exposed the bare wire, which was then a live wire grounding the block, which then popping a bunch of freaking fuses, which I should have guessed in the first place. Me messing up this coil pack conversion has caused me a lot of issues in the last like 4 days, and it's pathetic, but it's okay. Learn from my mistakes. It's stupid. I'm just gonna leave them out like this, fix that, we should be good to go, and then I'll just putt around parking lot. Hopefully it fixes it. This is a really good time to tell you guys that if you don't know already, Wiring Specialties gave me a discount code to give to you to order their products, all 15% off anything they make. Use the code JIMMYO on checkout, you'll get 15% off. So if you guys have been procrastinating buying something from Wiring Specialties or any wiring for your car at all, buy it now, because I think today is the last day for the code, and it's good because I need to order myself something, and I'm gonna use my own code, so don't forget, come on, order it right now. Save yourself some money. Right, Josh? Tell them to order it.
I like with money. Save
I'm
some.
ordering Pancheros right
Saving
now.
money is making money.
If you want to save.
All right, let's make sure I didn't destroy my car. Here we go. This was my guest ignition right here. Survey says, oh, gotta get. Oh, it's not plugged in. Got me.
Weenie.
There we go. Oh, this is good news.
Hey!
Oh, saucy.
She hits.
All right, good. Now we're back to square one that we were at 2 hours ago.
Oh, that hits. That sounds good. I like it.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, I've never heard it from behind before, and I just do it again. That sounds so good. Oh my God, it's so weird to hear that come from this car. That is so sick. It sure does, dude. It sounds like a Jay-Z for sure.
Oh my God, it sounds
Hell yeah. I'm gonna eat my victory burrito, then I'm gonna go for a drive. Well, a putt. I'm gonna call it a putt because a drive means you actually have to get on it.
You're gonna just putt around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Cool.
Sounds really cool.
All right, baby, let's go.
See how it is fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's moving!
Oh God.
Oh, I'm gonna die!
Alright, we're gonna turn left.
This is ridiculous! So quiet.
Alright, well, reverse doesn't like it. It feels so smooth. It's so weird, dude. Like clutch, shifter, like pedal, it all is so responsive. It's so weird. There's no slop in any of it. It's like the car just feels so tight. I love the clutch, love the shifter. Obviously, I have to get on it, but am I leaking anything or anything? We're good.
Tranny's real low to the ground.
I know. The car, the engine and tranny are really low to the ground, so I gotta figure that out. But
Why? You see that, dude?
Hot boy life.
yeah, that's a thick casing. I got a while.
It's a thick
$1,700 tranny. There we go.
Lead. Oh, popped out. Go first, then reverse. That's for worn out synchros. This is a brand new. There's literally not even a quarter mile on that train.
Dude, that feels good. I want you to drive it around in the parking lot. I want that clutch. The whole drivetrain feels so tight right now, dude. I can't wait to actually get on it.
These engines are so ridiculously well balanced, guys. You can't even tell they're running. Aside from
that with the CD, because all I've ever had was old ass, weak ass, like SR trannies, and so like this with the CD just feels so tight.
And there's like no vibration with the thing?
No, okay, so it's bad because like the engine and trans, like they're definitely touching pieces of the chassis because it's so large. I didn't do enough hammering, but you would never even know. There's no rattling, like there's no shaking. It's so weird. You would think that there was OEM mounts in this whole car. Which is crazy.
There's a big difference between the balance of an inline six and a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. We missed a cool part. We couldn't find the camera, but we're replacing the center support bearing in Brian's car because it's gotten a little old, chunky. We're doing the Guibo too. If you guys don't know what a Guibo is, yeah, it's a cool. It's not an old. It's not a term for an old slick guy back in the day. You know what I'm talking about? But this is what we got right here. A Guibo. BMW trans use this weird thing that this bolts to the trans and then the drive shaft bolts to that.
It's a drive shaft bushing.
It's a dampener.
I have one of my Lexus
good sound. I mean,
really?
Yeah, I have one of my Lexus.
That's some weird shit.
Yeah,
it's the same one as the BMW one as well. Cars.
Swing it.
Hold on.
I'm just trying to clean the end. All right. Stop making fun of my U-joint.
Insert.
Look how funny this thing is.
I'm gonna clean
it's like a piece of stamp.
Wait.
Done.
Done. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's stuck. Ready? Happened at the perfect size.
Oh my god.
Oh,
it's
ready?
too bad
Another
this thing
pipe.
is crooked as fuck.
That's how the Eskimos used to do it. That's right.
Oh, done.
Nice,
Perfect.
dude. See?
Installed.
Get yourself
Love
a pipe,
it.
boys.
Now my drive shaft's not gonna fall out at the track.
That's good.
Dope. Shout out. FCP
Euro for hooking the boys.
How you guys doing up there?
We're good. We're tightening shit.
Bro, how you feel?
I feel good. You know, I got like a fully refreshed drive shaft and drivetrain.
Yeah. You know what's nice too? You don't have work tomorrow, so like if you don't finish, not like the biggest deal ever. Usually it's a pain.
Next.
Yeah, I can just take the E36 home.
True. So Brian now has welded diff in. He's got his new Guibo. He's got his new center support bearing. So his behind the transmission's all set. He's got his new rear shocks. It's all there, right?
Yup. Some camber arms.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the camber arms. Yeah.
Whole bunch of stuff going on.
Did you explain the gear ratio on your diff change?
I did not.
So Brian's stock diff is what, a 310 or something?
315.
315, and he went with a
346.
346 to give a little bit more pep to the step of the car.
Yeah.
You want to make.
It's not too aggressive, but we'll see. I mean, I don't even know. I never even drove it, so we'll find
A
out.
lot of people guys go with like 391s, which is really aggressive, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Now that the rear is done, it is officially a drift car from the cabin back, but to make it a drift car from the cabin forward, we are doing
The extended lower control arms, which we did a video on a while back, and some SLR control arm bushings, which are like adjustable caster. They're right here. These are pretty slick.
These are gorgeous, dude.
Yeah, they're really pretty. So those will be the replacement for these.
So this is gonna actually move the control arm back and forward to adjust caster to help with the self steer.
Yeah, it moves it in and out, which in turn moves it back and forward here because it's a nice arm. And then yeah.
That's gorgeous.
And then
Yeah,
the extended lowers will give them more camber and more track width, which is perfect. So
Nice.
why'd you pull your tire out? Just so you can get to your.
Well, I have brand new ones.
You need longer tire rods because you have longer control arms. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer. I have tie rod spacers, but I don't even know if I really need them. Did I strip it or did it come loose?
No, you're good. It's always a gamble, isn't it?
It's loose.
Nice. You won today, B. Oh, I thought you were wearing a glove. No, your hand's just really dirty. Alright, so I just spontaneously hooked up my boost controller, which I didn't plan. It just kind of happened. But this is my first time having an actual electronically controlled boost controller, which is sick. So now I can make it so I have a bunch of different tunes. I want like a low horsepower map, I want a drifting map, and then I want a sauce map. So that is all going to depend on the boost level. So with this, I can electronically control it. And this time I did something a little bit different than I usually do, and something I've always wanted to do, and that is use push lock fittings on vacuum lines. So we went off the turbo right here to the boost controller, and then we go down to the wastegate. I think this looks pretty sharp. What do you think of the push locks?
I like them. They're cool.
Right? Every time I see them on a car, I'm like, yo, that's so sick. I'd love to do
It's
that.
official.
And then this time, I did.
It's your car.
Hell yeah. Yeah, these things are really cool. So they use these on like for airlines for like car bags, brakes for trucks. It's crazy because like it's such a ridiculously strong line, but it comes apart like Okay, not this one. That one's not that easy. Like, all you have to do is pull forward. Okay, usually you just pull forward. You usually just pull forward and they slip right out like butter. Oh, I got it right here. Right here, ready? Forward. Hold up. I just did it.
If you pull on the line without pushing it all the way, the line gets way tighter.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. Okay, well, it usually comes out really easily, but it's insane that it seals so well. Cut!
Just doing a quick test in the air before we put it on the ground, making sure that everything clears. Of course, obviously, this is going to go up when I put it on the ground.
Obviously.
Hey, quiet down over there, audience. But yeah, it looks like I got some pretty decent angle, at least. With I added rack spacers. I don't think that made it on film. But doesn't look like much. What do you think, Jimmy? You think that's more angle?
I think it's plenty.
I think it's plenty too. I will have to say. Yeah, boy. Let's hear that welded. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear.
How's the gear ratio? You noticed it in the parking lot?
Yeah, I can notice it already, but it's not too noticeable, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's maybe a little clunks and bangings.
Yeah,
I'm just I want to drive it around a little bit more.
When you weld your diff, every little clunk you had now becomes a big clunk.
Yeah,
It's just whatever. You only hear it when you're parking, honestly.
Yeah. I just want to kind of feel it out a little bit more and see if there's anything I got to tighten up. I hope there's not. All right, we got to test out the diff.
All right, where are we off to?
Mexico.
Canada or Mexico?
We're going to Mexico tonight.
Although Canada's a lot closer. Yeah, Canada's a little closer. Burn them snow tires off or what?
Yeah, can you smell them?
How much do you love the welded?
Oh, I love it. I love it. But I'll tell you what, though, Izzo's right. Like, this thing, when you just dump the clutch now, she just takes off. It's great. Got some things done. The weather is finally turning. The Jay-Z's running.
True.
The freaking Beamer, the E46 is drifting. I'm tired. Jimmy's tired.
Today's awesome. I'm pumped. We still got so much work to do on this car. It is unreal, but I'm excited for it. Having stuff to do is great. I like having stuff to do. Yeah. The worst is not having stuff to do. But with that, we're going to end it. So you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content.
Have an amazing night, guys.